This past weekend, I was visiting a longtime friend who has an older neighbor experiencing a variety of health issues, some memory issues, and a variety of other medical ailments. My friend has not only been trying to help her neighbor as best she could, but also trying to help her family understand the issues. She asked me to visit with her neighbor to see if I can offer some insights and provide helpful information. During my visit, my friend's neighbor admitted that at times she's confused. She's aware she's not always eating as she should, especially considering her diabetes, and her sugar levels are high at times. She certainly doesn't drink enough water, mainly because she says she doesn't like it, and she opts for diet soda instead. One of the topics that came up is that her adult children want her to move to an assisted living community. As we spoke about it, she became very tearful, acknowledging that not being in her own home and losing her independence were chief among the issues that were stopping her from making that decision. She talked about feeling comfortable in her surroundings, that she could go out of her doorway and down the hall, knew everyone, and can stop and visit her friends whenever she liked. She did admit feeling lonely at times, but felt that the help she got from my friend and her family that stops by from time to time certainly helped her in that area. One of the better things I learned is that when her children were looking into an adult community, their mother went with them. That's not always the case. Many times adult children visit adult communities without their parent, so this was definitely a positive. But what was somewhat disheartening was that she told me that her children already put a deposit on the community, even though she expressed that she didn't want to move. As the conversation continued, she became more and more tearful. It broke my heart. She kept saying she didn't think her children would move her if she didn't want to move. I'm really not so sure about that. My understanding from my friend is that the adult children feel they know what's best for their mother under the circumstances. From what I saw, they may be correct. However, here are my tips for today. Talking with your older parent about how they feel about the situation is critical. Sometimes people get defensive, there's anger on both sides, everyone feels they're doing the best for each other and for themselves. And people misinterpret that anger. So a conversation about how your older parent feels is really, really important, and acknowledging those feelings. Talk about what losing their home environment means to them. Talk about the familiarity of their surroundings, and talk about, do they feel, considering the needs that they have, if their present situation is really still the best one for them. Having as many conversations as possible and bringing in a third party is really key. These things can't be solved just once or twice. Hopefully, a conversation over a period of time, and with maybe not only one outside party, but maybe several, including a doctor or a family friend or clergy person, can help your older parent realize and come to this decision that moving might be the best thing for them. So these are Tuesday's tips for today. See you next Tuesday with more tips.